Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly. And I've got a really good one for you today because there is something that is a crack in the economy that we have to look at, and that is major eviction filings in some of the largest cities. And with that being said, you have to look at the fact that evictions are at an all time record right now. So, first things first, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And today we have a sponsor, VZLA Silver, which could arguably be the best silver company we've ever talked about. And I'm super excited about this in the new year to talk about this. So uh, hold on for that. It'll be just in a minute. So first things first, guys, evictions are at an all-time record right now. And think about this. Maricopa County, which is the largest county in Arizona, has got a record number of evictions that they have. And think about this. In 2024, they had 87,000 evictions that were filed. They have thousands that are outstanding right now that are still going to be processed and worked over. Now, think about this. In 2005, which was a massive year, prior to 2008, they had a record number of 83,000. So people are like, oh my gosh, it's growing. Now, the thing about this is that I have had so many people write me from around the country and talk about how bad rents are. And, you know, as I was in the car today, as I was driving, and people were telling me, Dan, we're seeing rents for a one bedroom place in Orange County, California at almost $3,200 a month. And that's like crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Now, when you think about this, people were buying houses 4 and 5 years ago and having house payments that were less than that. And now you've got a rent that is over $3,000 a month. Who can afford that? And my cousin, I've told you guys this story. He moved to Arizona. He rented a house that's almost 2,400 square feet for $3,090 a month. And it is massive. Okay. Just a big house. He's by himself. His kids aren't living with him right now. He's not dealing with anybody right now, but he is by himself. And, he could rent in Orange County for $3,100 a month. So why not go get the big house and why not do that? But here's the thing. With the massive increases that we've seen over the course of the last few years, 2023, we saw 83,000 evictions. 2006, we saw 82,000 in Maricopa County, and 2007, we saw 81,000. So these are numbers that are staggering, but here is the number. Here's the problem that you have right now is that the average judgment that they get against these people right now is $3,156. Now, in 2005, it was $1,500. Okay, so it's over doubled right now as far as the judgments that people are paying right now for evictions and for rent when they can't pay their back rent. So the other thing that's absolutely staggering is, think about this. Public housing in New York. Public housing is seeing a rise of people that can't afford to pay their rent, and they have public housing. They have assistance. They have massive percentages that they're given as far as rent subsidies, and they cannot afford it right now. So, guys, I mean, this is a problem in the economy all the way around. People are not getting full-time wages. I have people that write me all the time and tell me, wow, my kids, they're getting 20 hours a week, 32 hours a week. Guys, my son works 2 jobs right now to make ends meet right now as he's working on his career. And that's what you have to do right now. And is it right? Is it fair? No, of course not. But it's what you have to do to get by and pay your bills right now. I was at a hotel today and I was speaking to a guy who ran one of the carpenters unions. And I said, you and I grew up at a different time. You and I grew up in a time when you got a job and the job was done when you were finished. Not, hey, I'm going to clock out and I can, only work this many hours a week and I need to not have any stress. And the guy was laughing hysterically about this because he was like, yeah, we just grew up in a different time to where there was no punch in the clock. The punch in the clock was you clocked in, you clocked out when you passed out because you were so tired. So kids today don't get it at all. And we did what we had to do to pay our bills. I have so many friends that are very successful, but they did not pay their bills traditionally. I mean, what I mean by that is one guy paid his rent and everybody went, on their own way. No, no, no. These guys had multiple roommates and they all tell me the same thing. Whoa, is that the best time of my life? Having 4 roommates and going out and staying out till 2 o'clock in the morning, getting up at 5 a.m. and paying our bills. And it all equated to working your A off and paying your bills. So, guys, let me know what you think about this, but there's a lot more to this. And again, it is a huge, huge problem right now when it comes to rent and paying your bills right now. Let's talk about our sponsor, VZLA Silver. Think about this, guys. You've written me and said, we want more silver mining. We want to be able to get in the market for very inexpensive prices, and we want good companies, Dan. So VZLA Silver, that's the answer, guys. This could be one of the greatest stocks that I've ever talked about. Think about this, guys. You've got a stock that's on the New York Stock Exchange. VZLA is the ticker symbol. Now, VZLA is a silver miner that's out of Mexico. And what they've done is they've done some exploration, and they have huge veins that have a tremendous amount of silver. So think about this. Normally when you get silver, you're looking at different minerals. You're looking at digging up the ground, separating it, and taking that process to, take the silver out of that. VZLA Silver could have right now hundreds of millions of dollars worth of silver in their mines right now. The number of ounces could be 1 billion ounces in this region right now. Absolutely amazing. VZLA is the stock symbol, but a few other things about this is that the company was originally set up in 2017, went public in 2018. The thing that's very exciting about this is that the government is going to make a change right now. You're going to see massive amounts of pressure put on the economy right now with the new administration. One thing that is going to not change is the demand for silver and silver usage in all the industrial products, in all of the medical uses, everything that we've talked about in the past. The advantage to this company is that their projections are absolutely huge. And the one thing you have to look at is there are 9 analysts that have said that this stock, which is basically $2.60 a share right now, could basically go up 50% to 100%. You have to look at this as a potential for an investment and for the future. VZLA's management is very skilled in the mining industry, and they have $90 million in cash right now. They can mine, they can explore, they can do exploratory drilling, and that is something that you see with these, what they call smaller companies that are in the mining industry. VZLA has the potential to be absolutely huge right now. VZLA has a mine called Panuco, and Panuco could be absolutely game-changing. They're in the Mexico region, and the advantage to this is that Mexico has been proven to be huge when it comes to silver mining and getting production out of the ground. And again, when you look at this, you've got to take a look at everything that they're doing. Experienced management team, good stock price, and the potential to be absolutely huge. VZLA's ticker symbol is VZLA. Absolutely an amazing company. They've got huge potential. And again, look at the analysts. This is the thing that drove me to this, because when the analysts are talking about something going up 50% to 100%, you have to look at that. Take a look at VZLA today and do your own due diligence, but I think it's a great company, and I'm very excited to see where VZLA is going to go in 2025. Now, running a business is very difficult. And one thing I wanted to cover with you guys is there are 12 major companies that went bankrupt in 2024 that people may not even know that they're out of business right now. Think about this. Here's the 12. Big Lots. Big Lots is kind of interesting because they went out of business, and from their, almost 1,000 stores that they had, they're trying to keep an investor happy and try to keep the company open with 200 to 400 stores. It will be very interesting to see if they can pull that off. The next one is Bowflex. Bowflex, the workout company. Did you guys know they went out of business? I did not know this until I started researching this. So Bowflex could be done forever. But again, these people that pay for these subscriptions, when you have Peloton and you have these other, the other mirrors and the other programs that you have with workout companies, a lot of them went out of business because people sit there and they say, I can't afford the extra $65 a month. Let's get rid of this. And I've told people time and again, the most expensive towel rack in your house is going to be your Peloton, which pissed Peloton off tremendously. Express went out of business in April. Again, women's clothes, different fashion brands, things like that. Done, guys. Done. So, Joann's Fabrics, I don't know how they made it, all this time. So it's kind of interesting that Joann's Fabrics is still around. So Joann's Fabrics went bankrupt, and we know about LL Flooring. LL Flooring was a big competitor to Home Depot because people, it's funny. My ex-wife was really big in tile and stone, and she would say, "Oh, yeah, go look at Home Depot and then go to LL Flooring and buy it there." Well, you can't do that anymore because they're done. The next one's Party City. Party City, guys, I'm telling you, when you go to places like Party City, the expense to buy party merchandise, who can afford that? Who can afford a $1,000 party for grandkids or your kids? I just think that's nuts. Red Lobster, we've talked about. Red Lobster, I'm really sick of because they keep blaming their bankruptcy on a failed promotion of the $20 all-you-can-eat shrimp, which is nonsense. The company made no money because it had rent through the roof, and we've talked about this. What they did was they were bought by a hedge fund. The hedge fund then, in turn, around sold all their real estate, and they rented the real estate back, and they paid an absolute fortune for that. So Spirit Airlines, their service sucks, so that's not a shock to any of us that they went out of business. Stoli the vodka. Did you guys know Stoli the vodka went out of business? People aren't drinking vodka right now? I didn't know that. I was blown away by that one. So let me know what you think about that. TGI Fridays, again, the price for their appetizers and stuff was, again, problems, but kind of shocking. True Value Hardware Store. Now, I have a very good friend of mine who most likely is going to be the CFO of my company when we set this up here in 2025. And she has placed a lot of products in True Value. True Value was shocking the amount of money that they owed. And they thought they were going to be out of bankruptcy immediately. And like all good things, like all good neighbors, those idiots at State Farm, like everything good, it doesn't work out as fast as you thought. And these people have not been able to maintain this company and get it out of bankruptcy like they thought they would. So Tupperware, when I was a kid, my mom would go to these Tupperware parties, or even she had one once. She had a Tupperware party at her house, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, if we get so many people to buy the Tupperware, we will get all this stuff for free." So what she did was, which was smart, was she's like, "What do you guys want?" And we had all these different coolers and sandwich containers and all this cool stuff that we got from her. And she had the party, and she had to sell X to get it, and we got all this free stuff, and sure enough, we got all that. But I'm telling you guys, you haven't seen anything yet. 2025, evictions are on the rise. You're going to see bankruptcies go through the flipping roof in 2025. The economy is going to improve eventually. Not today, not tomorrow. The problem is, can you hang on until then? You're seeing such a rash right now of houses available for sale. In Southern California, you are seeing the housing market completely get put off to where the houses are sitting on the market much longer. Every single builder of every major building company is reducing the price of their homes, not just giving you incentives. That was 2 months ago. Now they're lowering the price of those houses. How would you like to be a person that paid $800,000 for their new home, and then now your neighbor down the street is paying $650,000? Oh, damn, that just doesn't happen. It does happen, and people are furious about this. So, when you walk in and you negotiate anything, as I've looked at houses over the course of the last 60 days, the stuff that we've asked for from these, I've not looked at one new home. All the private companies I have had, we've just made ridiculous, insane offers to people right now. I had a man who we looked at his house in right around Thanksgiving. And I'm like, oh, is this the guy over on this street? No, it's this guy. He hasn't sold that house yet. Hey, listen, we're price competitive and we're this, we're that. I'm like, dude, you're done. You're finished. These people that flip houses, that go out and fix up houses, pay a finance fee to the bank. And it's very interesting because they go out and they get their financing, and they can pay a huge percentage every month to maintain that property, and they need to sell it. They need to turn it and sell it as quick as possible. I'm telling you guys, with AI, I want you to think about this. You look at a house, and you need to go and you need to physically see the house. Go look at it at night. Go look at it during the day, but do not accept the fact that this house is great, because they are not right now. I am telling you, I found my dream home. Oh my gosh, I could live there forever. We drove to this place, looked at it, and the construction was so piss poor that you wouldn't believe it. So let me know what you think about all this stuff so far, and were you surprised about any of these bankruptcies? I'm going to finish this video with a couple things that are in the news lately. And first things first is Joe Biden wants to eliminate drilling off the California coast and the East Coast for oil. Go away. Go away. This would hurt the drill baby drill concept for Donald Trump. Again, guys, you want to get into green energy, you want to worry about wind, you want to have all that stuff, do it. But if you knew that there were 6,000 products that were made using oil, you would sit there and go, oh, I don't think we're ready to get rid of that yet. That's one thing. So I love the TV show Landman, because it may be just a sales pitch for the oil industry, but man, oh man, does it make you sit there and go, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot that it takes, 3 acres of cement to hold up one of those wind turbines, and it'll never make money, anyways. Final thing, and I talked about this in the private channel. We have a private channel, iAllegedly Live. You sign up at iAllegedly.tv. iAllegedly Live, we talked about Allstate because the CEO made this completely ridiculous video, and now people are canceling their policies. I am telling you this right now. You can look at the video. I can't show it here, but I'm telling you this right now, that you're going to see thousands and thousands of customers cancel their insurance policies between now and Monday morning. Mark my words. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You want to reach out to me, it's hello@iallegedly.com. Guys, 2025 is going to be filled with challenges, and you know how much I love silver. Take a look at VZLA Silver. I think it's a great company, and their ticker symbol VZLA. Check it out today. But again, guys, it's going to be great. Very exciting times. Let's all work together, and I'll see you very soon.